Alright, let's talk about this thing that I have right here. Mortal Kombat, the movie. 1995. Because not to be confused with the 2021? 2021. Oh. Yeah, 2021 film. The original Mortal Kombat movie that came out basically the same time as Mortal Kombat 3, which is a little, it's a little crazy when you think about it. It's like, like I know the Street Fighter movie came out like around 2, but they still had like Alpha and all that stuff. There's still quite a bit of games, whereas this one's just like, we're just like, based on like 1 and 2, because most of the characters from 1 and 2, like you have every character from 1 is in the film, as well as because Reptile's, I think Reptile is technically in the 1. I think he's a secret character in 1 technically. Those most people know him from 2. Katana from 2. That's about it. Am I wrong? No, I don't think I'm wrong. No, it's the kids who are wrong. Nah. Honestly, is one of like the earliest movies I've like owned, or like there's very few films that this is one of the few films I bought very early on when I had like, almost like no money. You're like, I'm buying this movie. I don't think I have it anymore, but it was a box, the cover with a box of this and Annihilation together. I think I ditched the box because I generally did when it was like, I've got this box to cover these 2 movies when this has the barcode at least, so it's like fuck that. But I think because I'm trying to think when I watched this movie, if I watched it first time on DVD, or because I was definitely deep into Mortal Kombat, because it was like I mostly played Mortal Kombat trilogy, Mortal Kombat trilogy, on PS1. My brother had it. I think when he gave me his PS1, I also got Mortal Kombat trilogy. I think so. So I played a lot of it there. And I also played. And then when I got like an Xbox, yes, I had an Xbox. I played a lot of Deadly Alliance, Inception, and Shaolin Monks. Weirdly, not Armageddon. Again, I still don't know why I didn't have Armageddon. I'm very confused by why I didn't have Armageddon, and I don't know why. I'll never find out. I don't know what past Brett was thinking. He was apparently a weird boy. But yeah, it does follow like the story of the original. Well, is it the story? There's not really much stories to the original game. But generally, it's also one of those things where I'm like, did it follow the story, or is that me referring to later stuff that basically steals from this thing? I'm like, trying to picture in my head. It's like, because I don't remember like it. I don't know if I ever sort of properly studied the original game, like story, much. But yeah, because Sub-Zero is basically a minion of Shang Tsung, which kind of fits. He was a minion who basically killed Scorpion's family, so yeah, it fits. I mean, he's working for Quan Chi, but yeah, it's a bit of not too much of a change. Not too much of a change there. Scorpion is pretty much the same in this. He's also working for Shang Tsung, basically just doing his bidding. Yeah, he doesn't. Scorpion and Sub-Zero in this are kind of just jobbers. That's about it, really. The main villain is Shang Tsung, just like the original game. He is the final boss of the movie as well as the game. He's evil as fuck, and Like the way he like steals people's souls and which your soul is mine. Or your brother's soul is mine. You will be next. You're like, oh, he's such a cool villain. It really is. He's just the best. Yeah, so Shang Tsung is honestly just a great movie villain. Honestly, I love Shang Tsung, and played by oh wait, I need to get up names here because this is a name that I'm gonna get wrong. Because I can picture it in my head. I can picture it in my head, but I'm like, I don't know how to. I'm gonna try my best at this. Hiroyuki Tagawa. Let's say that, and only refer to him as Shang Tsung from now on. He's just so good, isn't it? This is like some of the bits where he steals people's souls, and yeah, when he steals like the soul of random guy. I try to remember like the guy, basically a guy that like Johnny Cage just like one scene with. He's just kind of like, oh yeah, we're going to the tournament, yeah, whoa, and then that's about it. Like, and everyone's like, oh my god, no! You're like, okay, but you guys had like one scene with him. You just like, you have one scene with this guy, and you're like, no, don't steal his soul. But yeah, when it's like the soul kind of goes into his eye, and he kind of blinks, it's like, oh, such a cool thing. But yeah, and then he's a great villain. You have Liu Kang, played by Robin Shu. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I mean he's basically, honestly, he has some great lines because he's like his interaction with Johnny Cage a lot of times where he's just like, yeah, takes his luggage and goes yeet into the water. Just takes his money and goes yeet stuff. When he's just talking to like Johnny Cage, where like, yeah, Johnny's talking about Sonya, and then he's like, it's not a personality you're admiring. It's like, you just like her because she's an attractive lady. I was like, yeah, fair enough. It's just like, so good. Yeah, Johnny Cage, played by Lyndon Ashley, who I think has top billing in this film. I think. I'm trying to remember now. Who I don't really know from much else other than like this and Mortal Kombat. Like, Mortal Kombat, what was it? Mortal Kombat 11, where he also comes back for the voice. He has a lot of credits, but none of them are like sticking out in my head. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a great Johnny Cage. He again, I think his influence on Johnny Cage is felt throughout, like, since this movie. A lot of characterization of characters in Mortal Kombat are felt throughout this. Like, Johnny Cage is the kind of smarmy, kind of actor who's like, yeah, thinks he's great, and doesn't tend to take anything that seriously, and is the kind of jokey character. And yeah, that is what Johnny Cage is like. I know in the games he's basically supposed to be fuck what's his name? I can picture his face in my head. Oh, fucking my face. Where is it? Jean-Claude Van Damme. I could picture in my head. I'm like, yep, yeah. So originally it's that. Yeah, makes the character his own, and yeah, that's basically what Johnny Cage is going forward from this point. And then Bridget Wilson as Sonya Blade, she's alright. Like, she's kind of a little bit mostly there a lot of times to just react to Johnny Cage. It's like, yeah, that's she kind of has the revenge plot to get Kano, but then after that, it's just she's there for just to react to Johnny Cage. So like, could have done a little bit more with her. Plus the actor who plays Jackson is just sorry, but just terrible. He's only in like the start of the film, so it's like, yeah, that's why they got a different actor. Because it's like, no, Tanya, no. Anyway, bye. It's not good. I don't see it on here, but yeah. Gregory McKinney, who doesn't have a Wikipedia page, so yeah, okay. You're like, okay. Like weirdly, like Christopher Lambert's Raiden, who never really they never really go to this kind of Raiden again. Like, this is the only character that I feel like the games never used this kind of Raiden. Like, the games never went, oh yeah, they never use Christopher Lambert's style Raiden. He's normally the very stoic kind of character. Other than, again, where he is a skin in Mortal Kombat 11. So you can play that version of Raiden. But even then, he's basically just redoing lines that have already done, so he doesn't quite get the, you don't quite get this movie's Raiden. But yeah, just the way he's wait, what? Sorry, I just saw that it's like Sean Connery was offered the role but turned it down. What? Man, there's a universe out there in the multiverse where Sean Connery was Raiden. Huh? What? Okay. That threw me for a loop. Yeah. Talissa Sato, who's Katana, she's there. They don't really do much with Katana, unfortunately. She's there mostly just to go, hello, I'm here to tell you about exposition, about the plot. I'm here to help you. Oh, okay, cool. Here's some exposition. Here's some information about Shang Tsung. Here's some information about Outworld. Here's some information about what happened to Adinia. Here's how you defeat Sub-Zero. Yeah, so you just don't really have much of a character herself. You don't really get to see, like, I guess maybe it's just because that's not. Yeah, they don't have much to work with here. They have basically her ending, stuff, a bio from like Mortal Kombat 2, and that's it. Yeah, they don't have much to work with. And she's just kind of, yep, she's there. I mean, she's barely even like a love interest, really. Like, there's barely anything there as a love interest. She's just there to just go, I am here to tell you about things. I am here to explain everything to you. Good day. Yeah, she's not even much of a love interest. Sorry, I'm just like, and Trevor Goddard as Kano, who basically, I think, as I said in the commentary, basically changed Kano. Kano from this point on was Australian, and that's it. That is Kano. Apparently, he's supposed to be Cockney, but yeah, no, he's. Wait, really? He's English. I thought he was Australian. I honestly thought the actor was Australian. Weird. That threw me off. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I thought he was. I honestly thought he was. Yeah, I honestly thought he was like Australian. Weird. Yeah. Yeah, weird. That just threw me off on a loop. I'm like, wait, what? He was. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just looking at I'm looking at, oh yeah, Goro's, yeah, physically played by Tom Woodruff Jr. That's but I've been voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, who I'm not going to do it because if I look at his profile, if I look at his IMDb, he's a man who is in everything. Like, you've like at least know maybe like 100 products, projects that he's been in. Like, yeah, the man has 577 credits on fucking IMDb. Like, the man is prolific. Like, holy shit. Fucking hell. Just like, damn. That man is in everything. So it's like, yeah, you probably know at least like 50 to 100 things he's been in. Yeah, without even knowing the man. Like, you just if you're a nerd, you've probably seen or heard him in something. Like, yeah, at least I feel like at least 50 projects. It is just insane, but yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Just looking at this again. Yeah, so when the movie was like, Mortal Kombat was out. Just Mortal Kombat, and yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, Mortal Kombat 2 was just playtest. Yeah, playtest phase. It wasn't even like officially out when like production started. So it's probably why Katana is a little bit like, hey, and also Katana's here. That might be why. Maybe she's just a late addition. Wait, is this? Oh, okay. So I'm just looking at this like, they wanted a PG-13 rating because they're like, we gotta get the kids on this because only kids like video games. This has got 15 on here because UK, America don't want a PG-13. Yeah, so they tried to go for a PG-13. Tried to push it just enough. Just enough so they could try and push it. Yeah, honestly, there's some stuff there's definitely some CGI in this, so that is bad. Like, but it's fine. It's not too bad because, like most of it isn't like the main focus, other than Reptile. Reptile, who's just like kind of a kind of humanoid lizard, not quite really, like CGI, and then yeah, he is not good. It's very early CGI, and it shows hard. It's not as bad as the next film, but we'll get into that when we get to that film. We will get into that. Oh, don't worry about that. But yeah, that is an interesting one. But yeah, Reptile does not look good. I think that's the main sticking point. It's just because he's, so center focus on the screen. There's other CGI which is like, that's a bit shaky. But yeah, the main one is Reptile, really. Because most of the other stuff is just like old effects and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, the movie is it's got so many quotes. Just, it's $500 sunglasses, asshole. So many great lines in this film. The music is like just 80s 90s techno. That I may have a copy of the soundtrack. It is again. I was very into Mortal Kombat, and so I have the soundtrack to it as well because I'm that old and I have it on CD. Before I just listen to most things on Spotify. I have the CD for that. Yeah, it's so good. So I think what else I can talk about the film. Yeah, soundtrack's great. I think I do want to get the Blu-ray of this movie. It did look a little bit bad, and I don't know if it's just the transfer on the DVD. So I may have to invest in the Blu-ray version. I don't know if that's going to improve Annihilation or not, but we'll get to that at some point. Again, I'll talk about Annihilation later. Yes, very later. But yeah, the original Mortal Kombat movie, for me, it's too ingrained into my, like, yeah, I just love it so much. Honestly, I don't think I can ever be impartial about this movie just because it's just so iconic. It establishes so many things in Mortal Kombat that then just become mainstays of the, like, series, like Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is definitely main one. Kano, Liu Kang, kinda. They do him a little bit in, I think, MK11. I mean, Shang Tsung, then the actor from the movie, becomes the main actor. So unlike the was it Sonya, Katana, and Raiden, who all get skins, Shang Tsung is played by the exact same actor, and the face is also by the same actor as well, because a lot of characters they have different face models than actual actors. There's quite a few that are just like they have different face models. There's scanned on someone else's face, but voiced by someone else completely different. But yeah, I can't think this. It's just such a good film. There's also great moments in the film that like the fight with Johnny Cage and Scorpion, which is hilarious because it's literally like, it was like an extra they put in after they're like, oh shit, we need to put more fight scenes into this fighting movie. Like, what? Did you guys not put enough fight in the fight movie? It's called Mortal Kombat. Put some combat in your Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Honestly, I love the movie too much. So I mean, you could tell by the fucking length for this review. Normally they're like about 10 minutes short. The other review will be about 10 minutes shorter. But this one is a lot longer. Yeah, that's enough for me now. I'm going to sign off. This one's a bit different because it's part of my 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat. As I said, I've been going to go through everything Mortal Kombat. Well, not everything. I won't go going through comic books because that's going to be hard to find and hard to do on stream. I'm going to do movies, TV shows, and obviously the games. Most importantly, the games. So I think the next thing up on the list is Mortal Kombat 3 on the Game Boy. I'm hoping it's by the same people that did Mortal Kombat 2, because Mortal Kombat 2 plays really well on the Game Boy. At least it did when I was playing it with an arcade stick, so there's obviously I had some advantage there. But yeah, there's enough. I'm going to sign off now. But we've got a lot more stuff to do, so I better sign off so we can crack on with that. Well, next Saturday. At least I'm doing it on Saturday, so by the time you watch this, it may already be finished. I don't know. Maybe finished with the extra streams. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Bye!